am your girlfriend with the real, and this is Too Hot Radio. I am sitting down with yet another artist. I want, I don't do no small talk. We're gonna jump right into it. I want my artist to introduce yourself to the people, let the people know who you are and where you're from.
My artist name is LK, and I'm from Chicago.
Okay. So you still in Chicago right now?
No, I'm
Okay, where you at now? Where you located? What's
I'm in Champaign right now.
Okay. All right. So now I like to start from the beginning story of when you first decided, I like music. I want to get into music. What age were you?
Oh, when I was young, I was real young. Like I was I was running around in Pampers damn near.
Oh wow. And
Yeah.
what was your inspirations at that age? I mean, like when you got old enough to have the inspiration, because in Pampers you didn't really have the inspiration.
I did. I love music when I was little. Like when I was real little, I used to love music a lot. I hear my playing music and stuff like that. But like I was in my mid-teens when I really felt like I wanted to do music and I was ready to take it serious. Yeah, I was
Okay.
like
And who
13.
inspired you to doing music? Was it just you listening to music, or was it some influences around you?
Well, yeah, I mean it was mainly me listening to music. Nobody around me really rap like that. So, I just hear
Okay.
music. I listen to like Jay-Z, like when he dropped the Blueprint, I listen to that. And I hear him and some other artists and just hearing them lyrically, hearing their lyrics made me want to figure out how to do it.
Okay. And so, how did you transition into doing it? Like, what was your beginning stages? Talk about that process for you.
My first stages was figuring out how to write bars, just like counting bars. But once
Okay.
I had to do a 16 and write a 16, I went from there.
Okay. And did you work with other people, or you learned everything on your own?
That's crazy. One of my friends I grew up with, he showed me how to write bars, taught me how to count them and stuff like that. So yeah, I
Okay. And
picked.
now, was he a rapper as well?
Yeah, he a rapper. He a Chicago artist.
Okay. And so this was coming up. You said how old were you when you first started?
Like 13.
13. Okay. So
Yeah.
you're going to school, you chasing your rap career. Talk about that process.
Well, it was crazy. you know, um, when I first started, you know, I was a freshman. And mainly, when I come home from school, I write. I had a studio in my grandmother's house in the attic. So, I put together my own.
Okay.
So, yeah. And I was recording on my own. One of my friends, he gave me a program. I first started off on Audacity. That's why I used to record at, you know. So I had downloaded that program. I get beats, download beats, you know, yeah, upload them to the program. And, I just get to writing. But that was after my homie Greedy showed me how to write bars and everything like that. I just play with him. I freestyle. I was freestyling in school. Like a lot of that's what helped me a lot. Like me freestyling. You know.
Okay. So that helped you. How did that help you? Discuss how that helped you.
I felt like it helped me express myself more. And kind of get the feel of rapping. Like it kind of helped me identify with my lyrics more. Because it was just coming. It was coming naturally. So, you know, by me having that, it was like an exercise. I was exercising myself lyrically, and that allowed me when I actually started writing. I had an idea of how I wanted to do it. So now when I'm writing on paper, it's like I'm thinking about like how I'm actually gonna spit this, so it could feel natural. On the paper though.
Okay. So you went through that. You said you were 13 when you started. Talk about the transition of leaving school and how you started coming into your own with this.
Yeah, well, I really was in school doing it. Like, I had went to college. When I went to college now, that's when I really got more deeper into it. I had met one of my uncle friends, you know, he had his own independent record label, We Are Legend Entertainment. I started, you know, rapping with him, you know, like he was mentoring me and everything when I was away at college. I'd come home on breaks, you know, I'd get in the studio with him. You know, that's when I started doing shows and everything like that. But I also had a friend that was living on campus with me, and we used to record in our dorm rooms like that, you know. And I really
Okay,
started.
so now was you performing and stuff on campus and stuff?
Yeah, I performed. I was doing open mics.
Okay, okay. So you
Yeah,
started doing open mics. That's how you got started, you know, out here performing and stuff, open mics.
yeah, yeah, open mics.
And
That's
how did
why
you feel doing open mics?
it felt fun. It was fun. It felt good. Like just seeing the, you know, the reaction of the crowd, you know, doing music for my peers and letting them see my talent. It felt good. That was a good thing to me, you know. Like I feel like that helped me a
It's
lot.
always good when you get a good reaction. So when you were out here performing and stuff, were you getting good reactions? Were you winning competitions? Talk a little bit about that.
Was I winning competition? Uh, I say it was more like open mics, but my feedback, the reactions I was getting was amazing. Like I had a lot of people, you know, wanting me to come to their little venues and stuff like that. You know, like promoters and everything. You know, they was talking about me and inviting me, and you know, the guy I was working with at the time, you know, my producer to certain events and everything like that, so I can get more exposure and everything. So it really worked on my behalf. You know, I like a lot of people they got to know about me, and they, you know, they kind of took a liking to my music and everything. So
And so now, were you just performing in Chicago? What talk about the locations that you've had performances at?
yeah, I was performing mainly in Chicago. Yeah,
Okay, okay.
it was a lot of it
So
was a
so you
lot of
locally everybody know you in Chicago.
yeah, yeah, it's big. You know, a lot of
Okay,
people
okay.
a rapper.
And so from your college days of, you know, working with someone and having a mentor,
Uh-huh.
how did things transition for you in your career after that?
Well, after the college thing, you know, I didn't finish college, so you know, it was kind of
Was it
like,
because you was getting so focused on the music?
I mean, it was a lot of stuff, you know. It was like getting in, you know, I was getting into altercations on campus and stuff like that. So, you know,
Okay, so you was a troubled one.
yeah, the trouble was coming to me. I wasn't really bringing the trouble. You know, it's just like we go to parties. I was partying, you know, getting into it, the fraternities and everything like that. So, yeah, you know, they
Okay.
kind of
Okay.
come
And now did the doing the
back.
music and stuff make you get the big head and stuff to where you felt like you can go at everybody? Like talk about that.
Nah, I wasn't really going at everybody. Like it was just like we going, you know, the music was a part. You know, I feel it myself. I always had you know, a nice personality, you know, that people was gravitating to, mainly, you know, mainly girls, females. They see it, you know, they see my swag and everything like that. So, you know, it's getting their attention. And you know what happened when you get too much attention from the ladies and there's guys around, they gonna hate. So, you know, I was really guys hating. That's what it was, you know.
Cause you
And
was messing with that girls.
huh?
Cause you was
Cause
messing with that girls.
Cause I was messing with their girls. They thought they was their girls because they was at their parties. You know, they was the one throwing the parties. So, you know, that's what it really was. Me and my cousins, my homies. It wasn't just me. You know, if they was sitting right here,
Yeah,
right
you
next
brought your
to
whole
me,
crew from the rap, from the music stuff. Y'all all went out and y'all try to show out on people in they spots and try to take their girls and stuff.
yeah, nah, and we was just there to turn up. That was it, you know. We had to have a good time, you know. Anything come after that, you
And
know.
so how was it? How was it like growing up in Chicago? You know, working towards a rap career. Like, talk about that for you, because we, you know, what we hear. I'm in Atlanta, so you know, from what we hear, you know, Chicago streets is crazy. So you know, talk about how that impacted you, your music, and everything else in life.
Okay, well, yeah. I'll say for me growing up in Chicago, you know, it is crazy, you know, and it kind of like going through certain things. It give you I feel like it give you a a strong survival mentality, you know, and it really teach you how to adapt to certain things, you know. So me rapping, I kind of implemented that things I was going through into my music. You know, you seeing things, it's inspiring you. You know, It really like you get put in situations, you know, and they kind of determine who you're gonna be. Like it help build your character. So the things, you know, it's like anything can happen. Things that's happening in Chicago is like anywhere else. You know, it's like Atlanta. You know, things can happen out there. It's just how you take those situations and what you know, what you use them for. You know, how it's gonna change your insight. So really, it gave me insight. You know, because I mean, I was experiencing things young. You know, seeing people, younger guys who I grew up with lose their life and stuff like that. You know, drugs being sold around me. You know, growing up in an impoverished neighborhood where everybody ain't have it, but you trying to get it. Everybody trying to be something. You know, and you just figure out how you gonna fit in. You know, where you fit in at amongst all this. You know, you seeing people striving in different ways, and it's causing you to strive. You know, because the grind different. You know, it's like you know, it's 10 times harder for you to make it in a neighborhood or in an area where it's not too much opportunity. So you creating that opportunity for. Or my thing was like I always felt like if it was anything I'd do to create an opportunity for myself, it was gonna be rapping. You know, I feel like this is something I'm good at. I'm passionate about it. You know, and just it's crazy. Like just seeing things, it did inspire me. You know, just it wasn't always all bad. You know, you see certain things like man, you know, everybody hanging out, having fun, things like that. It's like it give you ideas. So certain things I see, it give me ideas to make music. You know, I just feel like it'd be like a good soundtrack or something like that. Like I could put music behind these stories that things I'm seeing visually, you know.
Okay. And then let's talk about, you know, we talked about that side of it that impacts your life. But let's talk about, you know, with doing music, it costs money. It costs money to get studio time. It costs money to put everything together. How are
Yeah.
you financially being able to finance this career?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a hustler. I work. I make moves, you know. I make,
You
you
got a
know,
9 to 5, or you an entrepreneur?
I'm sort of both. Now I work, yeah. I got a 9 to 5, you know. I got a nine to
Okay.
five.
So you working? Do you have kids, family at home?
No, I don't have
No.
kids.
Okay.
I
Okay.
got
Do you have a wife or a spouse that you live with?
nah, I don't.
Or so and that's the thing. So you don't have to balance like the work home was the next thing I was gonna ask. You know, how do you balance it? But so are you planning to have a family and continue your artistry? Because I know a lot of people once they start having kids and stuff, start thinking about a family, they be like, I can't keep focusing on this and that.
Yeah. Now I haven't really been thinking about a family. Like I really don't want anything to, you know, slow me down at this moment. You know, so I've been kind of just concentrating on the music mainly, you know, just like once I get everything established, you know, once I establish myself as an artist all the way, then, you know, I felt like that'd be a good time to, you know, start thinking about settling down in that way, you know, but as far as,
Okay, okay.
you know, just,
And so right now you just on the grind. You go to your 9 to 5. You go to the studio and talk about your studio type sessions and stuff. Like how long it takes you to write a track. How long it takes you to put everything together. And
yeah,
talk about some of the music that you have out there. Some of the things that you got coming up.
right. Oh, well, I don't write no music. I don't write. I freestyle all my songs.
So you don't write. You just go to the studio and you just lay it down right then and there. No writing.
Now, first is like, you know, I record on my phone, the app on my phone that I record on. I do a rough draft first, but I'll freestyle that, you know, right off the top, you know. So, you know, by the time I take my music to the studio, I record in Chicago, you know, downtown Chicago. Once I, you know, got my rough draft, it's like I ain't even got to go back to my phone. It's just in my head. So I go to the studio and I can just lay it down. It don't take no time. So I ain't just in there wasting time, you know. But all together, I
Okay,
say
okay.
it'll take me about 30 minutes, 30 to 45 minutes to, you know, to like have a song recorded, like, you know, just going from verse, do the hook, then go to the verse, then, you know, do another verse. You know what I'm saying?
And
That's
now,
how.
who are some of the people that you like in regards to that? So it takes you about 30 minutes. Do you have a team that sits in there with you as far as like who you work with?
Nah, I'm independent all the way. I do everything by myself.
Oh, so you do everything.
Yeah. Well, I got one.
And how did you learn how to do everything?
No, I got an engineer. Like when I go to the studio, it's an engineer in there already. You know.
Okay, okay.
So the engineer
Then what
gonna
I'm about
take.
to say now, you edit, you doing all of that shit?
I ain't doing that. I'm just
Okay.
going. I'm taking my lyrics, but everything else, as far as the engineering go, I got somebody for that.
Okay, okay. So now 30 minutes in the studio. Now, do you got music out, like albums out right now? Talk about what you got out there right now.
Right now, I got my single out there, In the Way. That's my single. I've been pushing that, but I got more music coming, So I've been
Okay.
kind of.
So that's the only thing you got out there right now is your singles.
No, I mean I got music on SoundCloud. Yeah.
Okay, that's what I asked. What you got out there now?
I got some music on SoundCloud. I got
Okay.
like 7 songs on SoundCloud, some good music,
Okay, okay. And
Yes.
so, like, what do you rap about? You say you rap about, some of the things back in Chicago, but what other things, like, inspire your music?
What other things? I mean, I'm inspired by a lot, like I could see, things going on with different people, and that can inspire me to make a song, just like relating to people and their struggles, and basically kind of comparing it to, things I done been through. So I mean, I rap about life, in general, things that could happen, not just to me, to everyone.
Okay.
Like,
Okay, so it's not just about you. Your music is not just about you.
nah, I want to use music as a platform to reach other people, just kind of like I want to inspire people through my inspiration. So
Okay, okay. And so,
like,
what other
there,
ways are you trying to inspire people?
I mean, just by my success, let them know that they could make it just as well as I can through not just through the music, but through everyday life. Because I done
Well,
been
what are some things that you went through in life? Like, name it something traumatic that you went through that could have made you stop, going forward in your dreams.
I've been incarcerated. I was incarcerated for 6 years. So yeah,
Okay, okay. So now, and let's be. So while you were incarcerated, were you working on your music at that time?
yeah, I was sort of working on it. Yeah, like I
What
felt
sort of working on it? I don't get that sort of.
no, I mean I was working on it, but I was working on myself. Like
Okay,
I
okay.
read I read a lot. I got a college degree while I was incarcerated. So, I was really trying to build myself up as a man, just trying to
Okay, okay.
get a better understanding of life and everything like that. Because I didn't want to
Did
go.
you now? So what I want to ask you after that is, did you feel like you being incarcerated was something you needed at that time to get yourself right?
I feel like everything happened for a reason. I didn't want to be in that, but
I
I'm
mean, nobody wants to be in that situation,
yeah.
but you know what I mean. So like being in that situation where you like, okay, you know what? I got a lot of good out of this for myself. So maybe this
Oh,
is what I did need at this
most,
moment.
de- most definitely. I
Okay.
used it as an opportunity to work on myself. And like you said, I seen it as a good thing, like not just something that was gonna take me away from everything that I wanted to do. I felt like it was something that I could sit back, reflect, and find a different strategy to go about things different. So my outcomes could be different. You know,
And now, so how long have you been out?
I've been out a year and like a month.
A year.
Yeah,
Okay, so now you see you were trying to leave out that part. If I didn't go ask the right question, I wouldn't even know you was incarcerated.
right. I know, right?
You trying to skip it and bounce around. Like, nah, I need the story. So
Yeah.
you was in jail, and now was you locked up in Chicago?
No, I got locked up out of town in Vermilion County. Yeah, Then I got
What
sent to prison.
you got caught riding dirty?
Uh, you can say that.
Allegedly.
Yeah,
Allegedly, I guess. We gonna say allegedly.
yeah. I was riding.
Okay.
They say I was
You was
riding.
riding.
Yeah.
So okay, so after 6 years of being in there and now a year and a half out, how you feeling?
How I'm feeling? I'm feeling great. I'm feeling great. Like I accomplished a lot in the time that I've been out. I feel like I'm way farther than I would have been, had not took that time to sit down. I probably would have, I wouldn't have had the mind state that I got right now, just to go after things, like with
So do
determination.
you feel like you was reckless before going to jail?
Oh yeah, I was reckless.
Okay. Look, you
Oh,
skipping around like this. You better be glad it's the artist story and not the life story, because I would be asking more questions about your life. But I'm gonna get back into the artist story because
okay.
I want to make sure that I understand everything in your music. So now that you're out, a year and a half out, what steps did you take to transition back into getting back into the music? Who are you working with as well?
Oh well, my inspiration was like coming from my younger siblings. Like they growing up, they was around me, seeing me do the music. So, they felt like I was gonna get out and not gonna do it. Cause like when I wasn't really mentioning it a lot to them, but they was like, kind of encouraging me, like, man, big cuz, do the music. Like, man, you was cold, you could rap. You know what I'm saying? So just hearing that coming from them, I'm like, man, I gotta do it. They want me to do it, and it just brought back memories of how I used to be. When I used to be, dedicated to the music. Like, before I was incarcerated, like I was dedicated to the music. I was always writing songs. I got a lot of music that people never heard. That's crazy. That's hot music. Like I've been always recognized as a raw artist. Like, people who see my lyrics, they know I can rap about anything. That's why I say, like, it ain't just about one thing. It ain't one topic. And I feel like that's what differentiates me from other artists. Because I can talk about anything. I'm not just, any kind of song you want to hear, I'm bound gonna make it. I'm bound to make it. Like, that's how I am, I play with different beats and all that. I switch my styles up. It's like it's going crazy. And that just get people hyped when they even think about it. Man, cuz you just be going crazy. That's how my little cousins, they came at me and I'm like, man, that turned me up, put me back in my mode. Like, they want me to do it, so I'm gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? So I started just playing with it, like, I drop a couple songs and everything, see how they go, then, experiment with something else, So it's like, really, I'm always,
Okay.
oh,
And so I know that you performed at the 2HotRadio event.
yeah,
And I want you to talk a little bit about that experience and how that was for you, because you're back, like newly back into the rap game,
yeah,
after being incarcerated and stuff. So how was this experience for you? And was this one of your first performances out of jail?
yeah, it was actually my second one, because I did 2 shows out there. I had performed at the Ugly Money Entertainment event. So that was
Okay.
my first performance since I was back, and then performing at the virtual concert, that was my second one. But it definitely
Okay.
felt good. It felt good to be in Atlanta. You know, that was live. I ain't gonna lie. It was refreshing. you know.
Look, talk about both of those performances and how you felt, performing.
Yeah, well, the performance for Ugly Money Entertainment, like, it was a club setting. It was a lot of other artists and everything. So I felt like that kind of motivated me to go harder. Like, man, there's other artists here. I want to stand out. I want them to really know who I am. I'm not from Atlanta. I'm from Chicago, but at the same time, I don't want to be looked at like, man, I'm just a regular, just an average person coming from Chicago rapping. I want to give y'all something different. I want y'all to know I'm from Chicago, but this LK. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? So
Mm.
I get the new earn
Mm.
respect for my name. You know what I'm saying? That's really what I wanted to do. And it was fun. Like, I ain't gonna lie, like I said, that me performing at Ugly Money Entertainment event, I wanted to go hard. Then, 2HotRadio event, I just wanted to, have fun. Like, man, that was one of the funnest experiences I ever had. Just like, it
Oh
was,
wow, that's
yeah,
good to hear.
yeah. Real, I felt a lot of love, and it's like I felt this right where I needed to be. It's just kind of allowed me to open myself up, not just as an artist, but as a person. You know, and so I was like,
Mm.
I was just looking at myself, like, I could actually, you know, feel myself as an artist. Just made me feel comfortable. That's what it did.
Gave you motivation to keep going strong.
Yeah, definitely. For real. For real.
Now, so, before I let anybody leave a call, I like to try to see if I can get a freestyle or something. Of course,
Okay.
I want you to introduce yourself to the people, but I want to see if I can get a freestyle from you. You willing to give me that freestyle?
Yeah, I get it to you. I got you.
Okay, okay. Look, I'm ready when you ready.
Okay. All right. You want me to introduce myself? I'm LK. You know, Instagram, LK Run It Up. So yeah, if y'all want to find me, that's where you can find me at. And I'm gonna give y'all something real slight. Okay. I'm gonna say, look, coming up, it was different for me. I was trying to get the money. I was living to be something better. Conversations I had growing older, this shit could have lasted forever, but I got a pleasure from this rap thing. And a lot of people, they just seen it for one thing, but I seen it for more. For what could I get? Times I went through, I can never forget. I'm still in it. I'm still right here. I'm dropping bars. Used to dream about money and fast cars, aiming for the stars, praying I go far. But I had people telling me I wouldn't make it. But it was crazy because it was never obvious that they couldn't even face the same things that they were saying, trying to tell me about things I couldn't do. But I stayed true. I felt like I could never lose. I always win, even through all my sins. I wrote this shit down on the wall with the pen, and now I'm freestyling it. It ain't wrote. They telling me that he going crazy. He ain't no joke. I never spoke on a lot of things that I've been through, but now I feel like the people I could vent to, give them something more. I'm so inspired by all this music. Feel like Kanye West through the wire. I've been locked down. I've been through a lot, but still, I'm up here aiming for the top, trying to claim my spot. And I ain't gonna stop until it's over. Feel like I got a 4-leaf clover. I'm just lucky for everything I've been through. And still making moves, still trying to attempt to do better, do greater. And I ain't got time for none of them haters. I'm chasing paper. Hey, you know it's gonna last. I'm going full throttle and I'm never gonna crash. I'm stepping on the gas because I gotta get that bag before I get tagged, labeled as a common thief. I'm trying to get this money. Really, that's not comedy for my people. They see us as not their equal, but still I'm coming back like a sequel. Something to be revealed. These skills I got, it's like the thrill when they see me kill bars, kill raps. I'm just going crazy for these guys who still trap. I'm still not in the back. I'm sort of in the front. And when they come to beats, I just eat them up for lunch. They like Captain Crunch. Yeah.
Okay, okay, okay.
You know?
Well, look, continue to do your music. Continue to, link up with people from different cities. Connect
Yeah.
with different people. I think a lot of when it comes to the industry stuff is
Okay.
making the right connections and
Right.
getting your voice out there so people know who you are as a person, showing your personality, but also, showing what you can do as far as your talents. The more you network, the more you connect with people, the
Okay.
better off you're gonna be in career.
Okay.
Well, I
Definitely.
appreciate you today doing this interview with me on 2
Yeah.
Radio, the Party app.
Okay.
And I'll be in touch. I'm following you, so I'll continue to see what you got going on your journey. Is there
Okay.
any other places that you want people to look for, information for what you got coming up, or where your music may be? Any of that you want to drop and leave to the people?
Okay. Well, I'm gonna be performing in Chicago on Coast to Coast it's a Coast to Coast contest, so I'm gonna be performing for that. You know, I mean, you could find out info for that on my Instagram, LK Run It Up, or I'm on Facebook, LK the Dream Achiever. You know, I'm always posting and sharing things on my social media. Outside of that, you know, I might post music on SoundCloud. You know, the official LK, so you can, anybody looking for my music, you can find more music on there. And I well, I'm really on all platforms right now. My single is it's on all the platforms. In the way is on all platforms, and I'm gonna be dropping another single before probably the middle of May or beginning of May. Towards the end of April, I'll probably have something new up there. I'm working on some videos, trying to get videos shot. So that's something else new I'm working on, and waiting for that LA trip. You know.
Well, look, keep going strong with everything that you got going. and I'll keep following and stay in tune with everything that you got going. Maybe we can meet again in a couple of years to discuss where you done made it to.
Yeah, right.
All right. Well, you enjoy.
I should be way more ahead, by that time.
Okay. Keep going strong.
Okay.